Writing is a key part of your child's education and an important form of communication. Now that we're halfway through the second grade school year, your child will have more opportunities to develop their writing skills. The purpose of this video is to guide parents into helping nurture their child's writing development and support what we're doing in class and empower your child as a writer. The homework packets for the first half of the school year focused on spelling of word wall words. Please maintain these with your child and use their homework helper when they are doing their writing homework assignments at home. Your child will be given a writing topic every week, and they can choose to write either a fiction or a nonfiction writing piece about that topic. If they choose to write a fiction piece, they must include a setting, characters, challenge, events, and response. In this video, we will be using sea turtles as our writing topic, so you will see examples of fiction stories about sea turtles. Of course, it is very important when your child does their writing homework that they use a pencil so they can erase, but for the purposes of this video, my example showed pen. Let's read a good writing example. Tully's Trouble by Joe Schmo. Once upon a time, there was a leatherback sea turtle named Tully. Tully lived in the beautiful Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia. One day, Tully was hunting for shrimp to eat when she heard a big commotion. A large boat was filled with people fishing. Tully dove down to get away from the fishermen. Suddenly, Tully was caught in one of the fishing nets. "Oh no!" Tully cried, trying to use her flippers to get out. It was no use. She was horribly tangled in the net. Out of the corner of her eye, Tully spied Sharpie, an anglerfish, swimming by. "Sharpie!" Tully called. "I'm trapped! Please help me, I beg you!" Sharpie quickly swam over to Tully and used her sharp teeth to tear a hole in the net just large enough for Tully to escape. "Are you okay?" asked Sharpie. "Yes, thank you for saving my life," answered Tully. The two swam off together safely. Why is this a good writing piece? Let's look at some examples that are not stellar examples. Tully's Trouble by Billy Bob. Once upon a time in the ocean, the turtle was swimming. She was caught. She asked for help. She got out. These are very simplistic sentences, definitely not second grade appropriate, because second grade appropriate sentences contain at least 7 words. This piece by Billy Bob is clearly an example of an emerging writer. They do start with once upon a time. They're starting to develop a setting and characters, but it's very unclear. Ocean, the turtle. Well, which ocean? Does the turtle have a name? Characters should have names in your story. She was caught. How was she caught? She asked for help. Who did she ask for help? She got out. How did she get out? So while this writing piece uses nice, neat handwriting, it does not have a well-established setting or characters. Let's look at another writing sample. Tully's Trouble by Mac and Cheese. Once upon a time there was a leatherback sea turtle named Tully. Tully lived in the beautiful Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia. Tully loved eating shrimp. She would use her flippers to dive deep into the water and hunt along the ocean floor where the shrimp lived near deep sea vents. Tully also enjoyed swimming with her friend Sharpie, an anglerfish. Since Sharpie was an anglerfish, she had a piece of dorsal spine hanging above her mouth, like a fishing pole. The part of her body hanging over her could actually light up, which attracted prey. Tully wished she could light up too. Then maybe the shrimp would come to her. "Want to go to the ocean floor with me?" asked Sharpie. "Absolutely," hollered Tully. The two friends followed the continental slope down to the abyssal plains for a fun adventure. This story definitely has a setting and characters, unlike the last example. However, did you notice there was absolutely no problem and no solution? There was great use of dialogue and strong words, but Ultimately, a very uninteresting story because nothing happened. There was no challenge the characters had to face. This could easily be modified. Maybe Tully is jealous that Sharpie has a light. Maybe she has to learn how to love herself for who she is. So while this story does have a setting and characters, it does not have a problem or challenge. Let's look at a third example, Tully's Trouble by Juan Derfol. Once upon a time there was a leatherback sea turtle named Tully. Tully lived in the beautiful Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia. Tully got caught in a fisherman's net. She pulled, but she was horribly tangled. Sharpie, an anglerfish, used her sharp teeth to tear a hole in the net. Tully escaped, and the two swam off safely. I'm so glad this story actually has a challenge that the characters have to overcome, and they do, a response to the challenge. However, stories do not just have a problem and solution. There have to be events that lead to the problem and events that lead to the solution. In The Three Little Pigs, the story is not, the wolf wanted to eat the pigs, the wolf ran away. There are many events that actually occur leading up to those. So in this story, where it says event 1 and event 2, they're identical. Similarly, event 3 and the ending are the same. So while this story does have a challenge and a response, they can improve by having events in their story. Last example. Pay attention to the green highlighting to see if you can figure out what is missing from this fiction piece. Tully's Trouble by Claire Slair. Once upon a time there was a leatherback sea turtle named Tully. Tully lived in the beautiful Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia. One day, Tully was hunting for shrimp to eat when she heard a big commotion. A large boat was filled with people fishing. Tully dove down to get away from the fishermen. Suddenly, Tully was caught in one of the fishing nets. She tried to use her flippers to get out. It was no use. She was horribly tangled in the net. Out of the corner of her eye, Tully spied Sharpie, an anglerfish, swimming by. Tully asked Sharpie to help her. Sharpie quickly swam over to Tully and used her sharp teeth to tear a hole in the net just large enough for Tully to escape. The two swam off together safely. This story has a challenge, it has a response, it has clear events. However, did you see what was missing? This story could have been enriched by adding dialogue. Tully asked Sharpie to help her. What specifically did Tully say? Could you add a speech tag and dialogue to clarify what the characters are thinking and saying to each other? So while this story does have events, it needs to include dialogue. So going back to the original example by Joe Schmo, why is this an excellent fictional piece? First of all, there are clear characters, a leatherback sea turtle named Tully, an anglerfish named Sharpie. There is a very specific setting, the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia. The event leading to the problem is Tully hunting for shrimp and diving down to get away from fishermen. What's the problem? She gets caught in one of the fishing nets. The event leading to the solution is she sees Sharpie and asks for help. And the solution is Sharpie uses her teeth to tear a hole in the net so Tully can escape. There's clear dialogue. "Oh no," Tully cried. "Sharpie, I'm trapped. Please help me." "Are you okay?" The characters are speaking to themselves and each other, which makes this a more vivid and rich story. It still could be enhanced. Perhaps the writer could explain to the reader why Sharpie helps Tully. Were they friends? Did they already know each other? Ultimately, this is a great example because it includes clear dialogue. Let's review what we've learned about fiction. Stories should have a clear setting. They need to have specific characters, and those characters should have names. There need to be events, which is what specifically happens in the story, as well as a challenge and response. There should be events leading up to the challenge or problem, and events leading up to the solution. Finally, good writers use dialogue between characters. It will take time, but you can help your child nurture and develop these skills to be an important fiction writer. You've made it halfway through this video. You are so wonderful. As stated before, your child has an option to do either a fiction or nonfiction writing piece on the assigned topic for the week. Since we've already explored fiction, let's explore nonfiction. Nonfiction gives your child the opportunity to research and learn more facts and information about the assigned topic. They should include a main idea topic sentence, 6 supporting details, and a closing sentence. You can use the Media Center tab on our Forest Knolls website. Explore the online resources and search engines here. These are all kid-approved sites that are safe for your child to use. We're going to continue using the topic of sea turtles and look at examples of nonfiction texts. Of course, your child should be using a pencil to complete their writing homework, but in this video, you will see some pen. Let's look at an example from good old Joe Schmo. Save the Sea Turtles by Joe Schmo. Did you know that sea turtles are disappearing? People must work to protect and save sea turtles. Sea turtles have been on Earth for 110 million years. That is when dinosaurs were alive. Sea turtles can be found all over the world, such as in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. When people pollute, their litter could endanger the lives of these animals. In addition, people kill sea turtles for their eggs, meat, skin, and shells. Finally, sea turtle nesting grounds are damaged by erosion and humans. Wind and water erodes their sand dunes where they lay their eggs. If sea turtles become extinct, this could affect humans negatively. We must prevent sea turtles from becoming extinct. If you want to help, you can adopt a sea turtle through the World Wildlife Fund, WWF. Why is this a good example of a non-fiction paragraph? Let's look at some not-so-stellar examples. Save the Sea Turtles by Claire Slair. Sea turtles dig a nest in the ground with their back flippers. Sea turtles have been on Earth for 110 million years. That is when dinosaurs were alive. Sea turtles can be found all over the world, such as in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. When people pollute, their litter could endanger the lives of these animals. In addition, people kill sea turtles for their eggs, meat, skin, and shells. Finally, sea turtle nesting grounds are damaged by erosion and humans. Wind and water erodes their sand dunes where they lay their eggs. If sea turtles become extinct, this could affect humans negatively. Sea turtles can migrate as far as 1,400 miles. In this writing piece, we are learning an incredible amount of information about sea turtles. However, the information is disorganized. There is no main idea to this piece. The topic sentence says, sea turtles dig a nest in the ground with their back flippers. However, none of the supporting details are about how sea turtles dig a nest in the ground with their back flippers, so this is not the main idea of the paragraph. Consequently, sea turtles can migrate as far as 1,400 miles is not a closing sentence because it's not providing closure to the reader. It's simply introducing yet another fact. While this reader did use punctuation marks correctly, their closing sentence needs to restate the main idea of their paragraph. Save the Sea Turtles by Juan Derfel. Did you know that sea turtles are disappearing? People must work to protect and save sea turtles. Sea turtles eat jellyfish, seaweed, crabs, shrimp, and snails. Second, green sea turtles can stay underwater for as long as 5 hours. Also, sea turtles can lay between 70 and 200 eggs. Did you know that few sea turtles actually survive to adulthood? Fifth, loggerhead, flatback, hawksbill, and leatherback are some species of sea turtles. Finally, barnacles can grow on sea turtles. We must prevent sea turtles from becoming extinct. If you want to help, you can adopt a sea turtle through the World Wildlife Fund, WWF. It's amazing that this writer has a topic sentence and a closing sentence that both contain the main idea. The main idea in this piece is that sea turtles are disappearing and we must prevent this. However, did you notice that all 6 details had nothing to do with that main idea? While the information is interesting, such as how long they can stay underwater and species of sea turtles, none of that supports their claim that sea turtles are becoming extinct. Their supporting facts should prove their main idea. So while this writer does have a topic and closing sentence that contains a main idea, they need to make sure their details support their main idea. Let's look at a third example. Save the Sea Turtles by Mac and Cheese. Did you know that sea turtles are going away? We should help them. Sea turtles have been on Earth a long time. They were on Earth the same time as dinosaurs. Sea turtles can be in many places. When people throw trash away, it could be bad for sea turtles. In addition, people kill sea turtles. Finally, the place where sea turtles lay their eggs is getting messed up. If there are no more sea turtles left, this could be very bad. We must stop sea turtles from going away. In this example, Mac has a very clear main idea, which is stated in the topic and closing sentence. Mac also uses 6 details, and all of these details support the main idea that sea turtles are going away. But that is where Mac can improve his writing. Going away, we could use stronger, more clear vocabulary. For example, endangered. Look at the other orange highlighting marks. Throw trash away. Litter would be a stronger word. It could be bad. Getting messed up. These are words and phrases that could be improved upon, and this writer could be using stronger words in their writing. This writer did use a hook in their writing. Their first sentence is, "Did you know that sea turtles are going away?" A great way to hook your reader into your paragraph is to ask a question. So while the writer did use a hook, they need to improve by using strong words next time in their writing. Here is one last example. Save the Sea Turtles by Billy Bob. Did you know that sea turtles are disappearing? People must work to protect and save sea turtles. Sea turtles have been on Earth for 110 million years. Sea turtles can be found all over the world. When people pollute, their litter could endanger the lives of these animals. In addition, people kill sea turtles. Finally, sea turtle nesting grounds are damaged. If sea turtles become extinct, this could affect humans negatively. We must prevent sea turtles from becoming extinct. If you want to help, you can adopt a sea turtle through the World Wildlife Fund, WWF. Billy Bob has a clear main idea. That main idea is stated in his topic and closing sentence. He has 6 supporting details that explain and give proof for his main claim that turtles are disappearing. However, he can improve his writing by adding twin sentences to his details. For example, his first fact is sea turtles have been on Earth for 110 million years. Maybe your reader needs another sentence to describe how long that is. In the second fact, sea turtles can be found all over the world. Can you give an example? In the fourth fact, people kill sea turtles. Why? Can you explain? The fifth fact, sea turtle nesting grounds are damaged. Can you give details? Twin sentences explain, give details, and describe for the reader. So while Billy Bob did use uppercase and lowercase letters correctly, he needs to use twin sentences to improve his writing. Going back to our first example, why is Joe Schmo's writing piece so excellent? First, he uses a main idea topic sentence, which matches his closing sentence. Look at the pink. It kind of represents the buns of a veggie burger. Topic and closing sentence. He uses a hook to excite the reader and draw them into his writing by asking a question. And in addition, in his closing sentence, he uses call to action. He even tells the reader what to do next. Adopt a sea turtle. Joe Schmo gives 6 facts to support his main idea. All his facts prove that sea turtles are disappearing and we need to do something about it. Look at the yellow. These are all the examples of twin sentences Joe is using to explain, give details, and describe. If you look at the orange circles, these are excellent, strong vocabulary words like in danger, erosion, negatively. Using strong, clear language makes it easier for your reader to understand. Could this writing still be improved? Absolutely. Maybe in the 6th fact, if sea turtles become extinct, this could affect humans negatively. Joe could add another twin sentence to explain how the disappearance of sea turtles impacts humans negatively. Let's review what we've learned. In nonfiction writing, your child has the opportunity to research an assigned topic. Please use approved websites and books to help your child learn. Remember, they may never copy exactly what is written in another text. That is a form of stealing. It's called plagiarism. Please make sure they are paraphrasing what they are researching when they write their paragraph. A paragraph should have a topic sentence, supporting details, and a closing sentence. A hook is a great way to start your paragraph because it will get your reader interested. You can ask a question, tell a quote, or an interesting fact. Your topic sentence will have the main idea or the most important claim that you are making in your paragraph. Everything else is giving evidence to support that topic sentence. All the details are examples or proof of your main idea. You can use twin sentences to explain further. Remember to use strong vocabulary words and spice up your writing for your reader. Finally, please make sure you have a closing sentence to summarize what the main idea was. You can also give a call to action or invite your reader to learn more. Writing is essential for helping your child develop both critical and creative thinking. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You as a parent are an important piece of the puzzle of helping your child become a more proficient writer. In this video, we explore the differences between fiction and nonfiction writing and the important components of each of those types of writing. Please make sure after your child writes, they are checking their conventions. They're checking the spelling of wordwall words, punctuation, and capitalization. You can use the homework helper. If your child would like to publish their writing on the computer, please encourage them to type it. You can print it out or email it to your child's teacher. Happy writing!